Here's exactly what I'd do if I had to start over. Right where you are right now. Frustrated that everything I've tried never worked out. Every plan I followed left me fucked off about having to start again and just ends in a pepperoni passion, garlic and herbs dip, Domino's wedges, a couple of cookies, and me feeling sad. All trying to make me feel better. Believe you me, I've done some stupid shit to try and get leaner. So far this year, I'm 10 kilos down. I've got a photo shoot in 6 weeks. Pretty comfortable, pretty happy. And I'm going to walk you through exactly how I've done that. Methods you can put in place right now. I've spent the last 10 years cultivating all of these methods into something really easy and palatable for you to have, whilst getting hundreds of clients into unbelievable shape, changing their lives, getting ready for photo shoots, weddings, whatever it might be. If you've been training 5 days a week and you're still lifting the same 5 kilos for your lateral raises as you were this time last year, and you're looking in the mirror and nothing's changing, or if you just want to get rid of your dad bod, your man boobs, your love handles, your bingo wings, whatever it might be, this is the exact plan I wish I had when I started. And this goes hand in hand with my fat loss blueprint, which is handily in the link in the description below. And this will walk you through everything that I'm going to go through so you have it on paper right in front of you and you can follow along with it. Just like this video, it's broken down into 3 stages where we're going to talk nutrition, habits, and your training. Stage 1 is nutrition. And I'm going to make a precursor for this that we are not trying to be perfect at any point throughout this, because that will only cause you greater distress down the line. I want you to be able to eat chocolate, crisps, Domino's pizza, have alcohol with your mates. I want that. I want you to find that balance.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
A little bit of something you love every single week keeps you adherent. It makes you do it. It makes you feel like you're not even dieting. My secret with my nutrition is that I'm very regimented Sunday to Thursday. Friday, Saturday, when I'm playing cricket and I have to have more calories, I let myself have something of what I actually like. I just have to avoid biscuits, because if I have biscuits, I will have a full pack as a portion because I have no self-control. I've done diets in the past where I had 4 tubs of Halo Top ice cream instead of tea. It was like 1,400 calories worth of ice cream. I did not feel good. I still managed to get lean because it is all about calories, but we have to get the basics right. The fastest way for you to calculate our calories is to fuck about and find out. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your body weight in kilos, and if you're male, you're going to times it by 29. If you're female, you're going to times it by 27. Then you're going to track for 2 weeks. Track everything you eat for 2 weeks. I want you to be regimented with it. I want you to be strict. I want you to literally say that went in my mouth, so I have to track it. No jokes, please. In 2 weeks' time, if your average weight goes down, we know you're in a deficit. Average for the week. If it goes down, we know you're in a deficit. Huzzah! Well done. Congratulations. We've nailed it first time. If it goes up, we know that you're above maintenance. So we readjust and we drop it. It's that simple. The secret is people usually quit before 2 weeks. Alongside calories, you're going to track protein. Everyone knows about protein. Retains muscle, keeps you fuller for longer. It is fucking brilliant. We love it. You're going to have an upper and a lower target. Your lower target is your body weight in kilograms times by 1.5. If you are 80 kilos, your minimum target is 120 grams of protein per day. Your upper limit is going to be 160. So your body weight times by 2. There's no harm from going over that point. The calories you're spending on protein beyond that 160 gram mark can be used on carbs for a better training session. Then you're going to take that number. So let's take 120. You're going to divide it by however many meals you're going to have that day. Let's say you have 4 meals. That 120 divided by 4 is 30 grams. And here's a list of protein sources that have 30 grams of protein in the blueprint. Right there for you. So we know protein is good for muscle growth. We know it's good for muscle retention. But the main priority of protein right now is to keep you fuller for longer. The fuller you are, the less hungry you are. I guarantee you will have better outcomes losing fat if you are less hungry. It's just simple. The less you want to eat, the less you will eat. And realistically, for the first 2 to 6 weeks of my diet, couldn't give a shit about carbs or fats. They usually stick around the same times because they eat the same things over and over again. But I hit 200 grams of protein and 2,200 calories. That's where I started. Stage 2. This is setting up your habits and your environment. Everything I do is flexible on top of a steady foundation. And this all starts with my 3 weekly non-negotiables. And I've changed these over the years because clients have given me feedback. I've been better as a coach. I expect less of them to start with because it's overwhelming. But those 3 are tracking your calories, tracking everything that goes in your mouth, like we've just discussed in phase 1. Secondly is weight train at minimum of 3 times per week. The long-term compound interest you get from weight training for that length of time is arguably the biggest investment that you will ever make in your life, without doubt. Yeah, you'll gain muscle. Yeah, you'll look like you go to the gym. You might be able to wear a vest and actually feel good in it, but you will live longer and you won't fall over and die when you're 60. Number 3, arguably the most important of the 3, is having a sleep schedule. Sleep is huge for fat loss, and realistically, your priorities should be in getting that sorted immediately. The issue people have with habits is they try going too quickly. You try hitting 10,000 steps every day. You try going to the gym 5 times a week. You try drinking loads more water. You try sleeping 10 hours a day. You try fitting everything in and it just won't fit your lifestyle. So how do we put it in? How do we get to the point where those are in your lifestyle? How do we get 10 kilos down and have the habits I have right now? We build up to it. For the first 2 weeks, all we're going to do is track data, similar to how we're tracking your calories and we're tracking your weight. We're going to track your steps, sleep, and water. We are collecting data. I can't ask you to hit 10,000 steps if your daily average right now is 4. After that 2 weeks, you're going to see where they're at. If your steps are below 5,000, your first target is to hit 6,000. If not, if your average is above 5,000, you're going to add 2,000 to it and aim for that. So if your average is 7,000, you're going to aim for 9. And we're going to ramp up gradually until we hit a minimum of 8 to 12,000, whatever's comfortable for you that you can actually fit into your day. Water. What we're going to do is you're going to see how much you're having on a daily basis. That includes water, alcohol, coffees, Pepsi Maxes, White Monsters, goat, and anything else liquid that goes in you. Again, you're also going to make a habit of having a water bottle with you at all times. Get one of those fucking Stanley ones with a straw that everybody seems to got. Get the cheap ones because Stanley one's like 50 quid. Cheap one. All right, I've got one in there somewhere. Carry it with you everywhere you go. Keep filling it up. Make it cordial to make it taste better. Encourage yourself to drink. But you're going to increase that by 500 ml every 2 weeks for the first 12 weeks until you hit 4 to 5 litres. Whichever feels comfortable for you where you're not having to go to the toilet every fucking 30 minutes. Then, your sleep. When we track it, we're going to track how long you get, what time you go to bed, what time you wake up, and how well you sleep. Then, all you're going to do is you're going to start putting a sleep routine in place. You're going to start by how you go to bed. 3 things. You do it with the 1, 2, 3 method. 1 hour before bed, you put your phone down, you stop watching TV, you stop iPads, you stop all electronic devices. You set your phone alarm outside the room or the other side of the room. So you have to get out of bed in the morning to turn it off. Then you have no liquids 2 hours before. We want to limit how many times during the night you wake up to pee. 3 hours before, you stop eating. I go to bed at 9:30. My last meal is 6:30. Remember, these are averages. Personally, I probably get 8,000 steps a day and I get 20 to 30,000 on the weekend purely because of cricket. I rely heavily on cricket getting me steps. If you work Monday to Friday and you get 5 to 6,000 Monday to Friday, brilliant. All right, and you get 8 to 12,000 Saturday, Sunday, you've absolutely nailed it. Focus your efforts elsewhere. Unfortunately, if you are a parent to a newborn or a toddler or whatever age they go through sleep regression, if that's happening now, pick your battles. All right, take the wins where you can. It's going to be shit for a time. Sucks to be you, unfortunately. The biggest factor of why I'm good at dieting very early on in my dieting career, as it might be, because of work, I essentially got a meal schedule. So I have 4 meals a day every single day. I have them at the same times and I have similar meals because I enjoy it. I eat 6:30 in the morning, I eat at 11:30, I eat 3:30, and I eat at 6:30. The reason this works is because they're anchor points. It creates structure and fucking hell I need it sometimes. And most importantly, it helps my body regulate hunger hormones. So I'll get hungry just before I eat. And the meals I eat don't really differ very, very much. One, that takes away decision fatigue. I don't have to worry about what I'm eating tonight because I know what I'm eating. And it makes my shop so much easier. I can do it online. I know exactly what I'm getting. I just click what I had last week and it works. And it makes it cheaper because I don't waste food. Obviously, I prioritize protein, but I also prioritize food volume. I lean heavily on the amount of food I can eat. I like big portions. I'm pretty greedy. When your stomach stretches from just the sheer quantity of food that's going in there, your brain sends a signal telling you you're full. So you stop eating. The less hungry we feel, the better the outcomes you're going to get. I put a list of cheat code foods in the blueprint. And for me and the other 11 clients I've got going for this photo shoot, my emphasis has been on food volume. It has been stripping back what we eat, having low palatable foods, having high nutrient dense foods, and having no ultra processed foods or a very limited ultra processed foods. Basically, I set everybody a challenge of not having fucking protein written on the food. Oh, I've had a protein yogurt. Yogurt's got protein in. Phase 3 is training. And this is arguably for fat loss, the least important. For how you look, or how I'm going to look in the shoot, the most important, because I can't strip fat back if I don't have anything to actually show off. And I've averaged 3 to 4 weight training sessions probably for about 10 to 12 years now. The only times I haven't trained is when I've been ill or I don't have access. Each session is broken down into compound exercises and isolation exercises. Compound exercises are your big ones. They cause the most fatigue, the most stimulus. They're the ones we want to be focusing on as we go closer to the photo shoot, because there's where our strengths go and the stimulus, more bang for our buck with these exercises. You have 2 or 3 of them at the start. And then you go into your isolation movements, which are single joint movements, single muscle movements, machine work, things like this. The idea of the first 4 weeks of the blueprint is to get you up to speed with the volume, the intensity, and how hard you're working through some of these motor patterns. And the key through a fat loss phase is to get close enough to failure that you're stimulating those muscle fibers, but far enough from failure that the recovery between sessions is adequate, because you don't really have the fuel to recover very well sometimes. I'm feeling that right now. And we manage intensity with reps in reserve. Did a full video on it. And I always say reps in reverse as well as reps in reserve. I get the two mixed up, but here's what it is. Basically, you ask yourself the question when you put the weights down, how many more could I have got if I went to true failure? If the answer of that is more than 4, you need to work harder. We know the most muscle stimulus you're going to get is created between 0 reps in reverse, reserve, and 4 reps in reverse, reserve. I would expect you from this point forward to be writing everything in your program down. Reps, set, weight, intensity. Reps in reverse, reserve, for the rest of your training career. All right, and implementing progressive overload. Looking back at last week and seeing how hard you've worked, how can you work harder? How can you push yourself a little bit further? Add an extra rep, add an extra set, maybe add in 2.5 kilos. On top of that, obviously I play cricket at least twice a week at the minute. So I don't have to worry about cardio because cricket is essentially my cardio. I would expect you to get 1 session of cardio in every single week. That cardio could be anything you want. And I would recommend it be something outside. A sport, go hiking, go rock climbing, go mountain biking, go for like a long ass walk, like somewhere you've never been. Maybe even go into a gym class, a spin class, a high rocks, a CrossFit, something that's going to get you out of breath, get you fun, increase the calorie burn throughout the week, but also increase your heart health. And socialize. Dieting can be really lonely, especially if you're doing it by yourself. Now, if you think all 3 phases sound great and you need something just written down for you right there, all training programs included, the blueprint has everything in it. All right, link is in the description. Just to recap, stage 1, nutrition. Calculate your calories and protein. Track them relentlessly, everything that goes in your mouth for 2 weeks, and adjust if necessary. Phase 2, habits. Stick to the non-negotiables, commit to them. Make an effort. Say you're going to do it and actually fucking do it for once. Spend 2 weeks tracking your steps, your sleep, and your water. Then spend the next anywhere up to 12 weeks increasing them so that the base limit is the guidelines. And fucking prioritize your sleep. Phase 3, training. Commit to your 3 to 4 sessions a week and your 1 session of cardio. You have all the plans there in the blueprint. Try to be that little bit better every single week. Add the extra rep, the extra set, or the extra little bit of weight. Train with intensity and intent. If you have any questions, hit me up on Instagram at Paul Ellis Coach. Link for both the blueprint and coaching are in the link below. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate. Hope you enjoyed this. I've got 6 weeks to a shoot, hoping to lose another 3 kilos. If you want to follow the journey, make sure you like, subscribe, and press that little bell thing. I think that makes you get notifications. Really still new to this whole YouTube thing. See you on the next one.